Good morning. This is John Harder, aka Wealth Wiz, coming to you from beautiful Nayarit, Mexico. This is broadcast number 194. 194. Building communities of happiness and prosperity. Listen, we've been subjected to a world that was not set up according to the wishes of humanity, but instead it was set up according to a handful of dictators who who took whatever means they could and used the tactics of fear, instilling fear upon humanity, and the idea of poverty and lack, and they have created the many systems that all work towards one goal. And once you begin to understand what is going on and what kind of a world we are presently living in, you begin to realize that it's all based on lies. The indoctrination camps, so-called school system, is all built on lies. All of the history is all lies. As far as what is true in life, that the books, the textbooks, it's all based on lies. And as humans, we need to wake up to this. We need to wake up and realize what's going on. And as we understand, we can take our lives back. Okay? We can take our lives back. But this can only be done through massive, a massive awakening in humanity. And I am really, really grateful that we are beginning to see so much awakening in humanity. And I know even that there's very much understanding needed. Okay. Now, let me mention a couple of people where you, and there's many of them. There's many of them. Once you begin to get on this path, it is not difficult to find the information that you need. And there's a verse in the Bible that says that his spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the sons of God. In other words, it's confirmed. Once you understand and you know the truth, then you know that it is truth. Whereas, as long as you blindly follow the news media and believe what all of the propaganda and the lies, all of that's being put on the television and over the news media and all of that stuff, and you fall for the tricks, you know, like man, there is so much now, like 9/11, and there's many things that are of much less proportion that were nonetheless aimed towards the same goal, towards the same achievement. So now, why am I talking about all of this in a broadcast for the Kringle.cash? Well, the thing is, if we don't know what's going on, if we don't know that there's a problem, we're not going to be looking for a solution. If we don't know that we're being lied to, we're not going to be looking for the truth, because we are under this illusion that we know the truth when actually we have no idea. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, that his spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the sons of God. The sons of God. The Bible gives us many names for God, and of course, we've gotta also wake up to another painful truth for Christians especially. And I know that much of Christianity is going to, they refuse, they think that you know, that it's not possible that they could have been led on the wrong path for all this time. But listen, the sooner you wake up and the sooner you start actually doing some research and finding out for yourself to know what the truth is, the more frustrating and the worse it's going to be for you for the longer period of time. Guys, we've got to open up our mind. We've got to approach everything with an open mind. And the Bible teaches us that clearly. You know, this so much adored Apostle Paul has written so much, even though he's only a character in the book, but still, there are so many writings that are likely written by the same writer that that teach us to you know, evaluate everything and hold to that which is true. You know, you don't just jump to a conclusion on something and think that, oh, well, okay, that's it. That's case closed and this is how it is. That's you. Listen, you haven't gotten to the bottom of the rabbit hole. You don't know what the truth is. And furthermore, much effort has been put in by the Industrial Revolution, the criminals of the world, the biggest criminals of the world that were leading the Industrial Revolution. They have made every effort to make sure that humanity has very small chance to get at the truth, to actually understand. They've done everything they could to make sure that we are confused and that we do not get to the truth. The truth, my friend, is that all power is within you. All power is within you. And that is through the Spirit. All things come from the Spirit, from one place. Everything comes from one. Now, So when somebody has made effort to give us an understanding, when somebody has put in much effort to have us understand the truth about how things are, how life is, and also as along with giving us the solution. Yeah, maybe it isn't every solution, but it is definitely the umbrella solution under which all other solutions can already be targeted and taken, you know, and be rectified. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about the TBC, about the mission that TBC is. TBC is a mission with a currency. The mission of TBC, as many people know by now, is to completely eradicate poverty from the face of the earth. Isn't poverty, isn't that our biggest problem in the world? Think about it. All of the divorces and the disharmony that is in the world all stems from poverty. You can argue with me till you're blue in the face, but in the end of the day, once you come to the truth, you will realize that this is so. Most arguments between couples are because of money spending or money making or money related. And money is, after all, what? The root of all evil? Is it the root of all evil? Or does it say that the love of money is the root of all evil? Now that word definitely must be picked apart in order to understand it. The root of all evil. How can money be the root of all evil? Well, it's because the people that have taken control of the banking system, those are the biggest criminals in the world. That is why, and they have the love of money at heart too, because that is what they use to dictate humanity and to yes, to create boom bust cycles, to you know, in the economy. This is how they've been dictating and creating wars and all of the havoc in the world, is because these guys are lovers of money, because with their love of money and having control of money is how they dictate and bring all of this evil upon humanity. That is why the love of money is the root of all evil. Not because you as an individual want to have plenty of money in order to live a decent life. That has nothing to do with what the scripture is talking about when it talks about the love of money being the root of all evil. Okay, so this is why things are like that. And it's easily possible that this video, as well as likely quite a few of my other videos, aren't going to play on YouTube, or at least aren't going to play everything that I'm saying, because their bots are programmed to literally take out parts of videos. And this is why you will also find my videos in other places, not just on YouTube, because YouTube is has been programmed to keep the truth from people. When there is somebody that comes along and actually tells the truth, well, they added that out of the videos and make it sound like that is not, that was never said, or maybe possibly even replace it with something else. This is why some videos, you can tell they are kind of choppy, and you can tell that it's not original. It's not what it's supposed to be. These criminals, well, I believe, as the Bible also says, that it says something like this, and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when I say whether the phrase is exactly correct or not. That's beside the point. The fact is that it says that your sin will find you out, and that can't be avoided. It can't be avoided. Okay, so that is one fact. All right, so how does this relate to TBC? TBC is, you go to the blog of TBC. Let's just actually go there for a bit. But as you go to the TBC blog, to blog.thebillioncoin.info, it is our training center or university or whatever it is you want to call it. That is what TBC, what the TBC blog is for us. And I'm going to go to a document here that you can find this document also on, let me actually show you exactly where you can find it. And I'm just going to go here. I'm going to do it like this. And I'm just going to go back to, so we're only at Kringle.cash. Okay, so here we are. And when you're on the home page of Kringle.cash, at the right-hand top corner, you can see a link that's called public document. Sorry, public notice. That public notice, okay, that public notice is on this blog post here, okay? It is very important for community members of the Billion Coin to read this document as many times as you need to for you to understand it, okay? Whether you understand it clearly by reading it just once, you know, whatever it takes, you need to go through it and understand what we are really about, okay? This is very important. And as I was mentioning, this blog, this here is the Billion Coin. It's blog.thebillioncoin.info, and there is so much material in this blog to awaken humanity, to awaken us, to wake us up to what is going on in the world. How does this world function? How have these criminals basically brought the whole world on its knees, you know, to its knees? And now we're fighting for survival. And this is only due to ignorance, nothing else. Only ignorance. Ignorance is, humanity being ignorant is the only reason that we are in the situation we're in. Okay? So I'm going to go back out of the screen share here and okay, so so as I was saying, that ignorance is the only reason that we're in this mess. There is no other reason, because, you know, as Henry Ford had said, that if, you know, I don't know if I remember the phrase exactly word for word, but if the American people, it is well enough that the American people don't understand the banking system or how banking works or whatever. For if they did, there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. You see, Henry Ford, he knew what most still don't know. But as I mentioned earlier, I am grateful that humanity is waking up at a fairly fast rate right now. And much of that is still very blurry. What am I saying? Because we don't know. Because we've been lied to for so long, we've grown up and been through indoctrination camps where everything we were told was lies. We don't know how to get to the truth. We don't know how to get to the truth. And for those of you who are going to church and you think that you are in a church life, that's your haven of safety and heaven, listen, let me rattle your cage a little bit. Because most of the preachers behind the pulpit actually don't know what they're talking about. They've been through very much schooling that has been all set up by the same people. And I will bet that there isn't 1 in 1,000 of the people standing behind pulpits preaching the word of God have any idea where that book comes from, who created it, who edited it, and who determined what was allowed to be in it and what wasn't. Or what even the purpose of why the book was put together. So my urgency to you as preachers would be that you do your homework and find out what you are preaching. And come to the realization that the truth is all around you, it's in you, and it's not in the book that has been put together by somebody else. And I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of truth in it. Absolutely, I believe there is, very much. But don't take all of that, everything that's in it as truth just because it's called the Holy Bible. Okay, so it's up to you what you do with the information. You can be upset, you can be offended, you can do whatever you want. Honestly, to me, that makes no difference, but to you, it makes all the difference. And to the people you preach to, it also makes all the difference. They deserve to know the truth. Okay, now, the community, the TBC community, with a mission with a currency. We have a mission to end all poverty in the world, and this we will do. And the currency that we have is a very, very huge advantage that we have as this community in order to fulfill that mission that we have. But let's not take our eyes off of the mission. Let's not take our minds off of that mission, because that mission, that is our goal. That is what we are accomplishing. And let us strive for that goal to fulfill that mission. Okay? All right, thank you very much for watching this video. There are the links. If you're not in the TBC community and you have watched this video and you want to know actually what it's all about, there's information in the description where you can find information. My contact information is there. And thank you so much and have a wonderful wonderful day. Peace.